Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am, as always, darthdevious, bringing you another video review. This time, I've got the Takara version of Transformers Prime First Edition Bulkhead. As you can see, he's in here. He's a darker green, more shiny metallic look to him since it's the Takara version. I have no idea what that says. Okay, it does still include the display stand. First Edition Series 002 Bulkhead. On the back here, yeah, we got our product shot. Robot mode, vehicle mode, character shots. Also available separately, Optimus Prime. A bunch of Japanese that I don't speak or read. And then, of course, on the bottom, your typical, this shows you the display stand thing. So, I have been looking forward to getting a hold of one of these for a very long time. And I can't wait to get him in hand, so I'm going to get him out of the package. I know, sacrilege, I'm opening the first edition package. I don't care. I don't keep my stuff in packages. That's not the kind of collector I am. Besides, if I kept it in package, would you guys be able to see the review? So I'm going to get him out, and we'll take a better look at him. Be back in a few. Okay, so here we have Mr. Bulkhead in his nice truck mode. Unfortunately, when I first got him into truck mode, yeah, we had a major molding flaw. You can't tell in robot mode that it had that, so I can't blame the seller for that. This is just Takara quality control. I mean, you would think Takara would have higher quality control than even Hasbro, but apparently not. That got through. Now, I did take a hairdryer to it and heated it up. It was a lot worse. It was actually all the way up here, and I was able to bend it down, so now it's just off from where it's supposed to be. But if you look at it, you could say he was in a fight with Breakdown, and Breakdown punched him there, because it almost looks like a fist. So, I'll live with it. I'm going to leave him in robot mode most of the time anyway. He rolls really good in this mode. Got nice big tires. Don't have anybody here to compare him with right now. We'll compare him in robot mode with some of the others. But he's a decent sized Voyager truck. I mean, I recently saw the Robots in Disguise version, and the Robots in Disguise version is a lot smaller than this, even though it's a Voyager. What's funny is, if I had dug him out, I would have showed you guys, but there are other videos that show it. In this mode, he is smaller than the Voyager animated Bulkhead. Yet, in his robot mode, he's a lot larger. He's got some really cool jointing that really makes him expand as he transforms. So, we'll get him transformed real quick and take a good look at him. Alright, so here's Bulkhead in his robot mode, looking really cool, despite this little flaw here. You can barely see it in robot mode, so that's why I said I'm not even going to fret about it. But he's got a really cool transformation, he's got a really cool look. Wheels off his back. Now, some people move these, but I think they look good like this, because that's almost how they are in the show. So, that's always good. He's got really good articulation in this mode, Arms move nicely. They move back and forth a little bit. Got rotation there. Nice elbow. Wrists move in and out. It's mainly for his weapon gimmick. Head's on a ball joint. So, Miko, Miko. So, you can do stuff like that. He's got a ratchet in his upper thigh, but this hip doesn't ratchet. And I tightened it up some, but it still doesn't ratchet. It holds nice, but, you know, doesn't make the click. You know, rotation there. He's got a really nice knee. And he's got some pivot in his foot, mainly for transformation, but, you know, still. He's a big dude for, you know, coming from such a small truck. He really expands a lot. These are cool because these pop out. It's part of the transformation. Doors become his chest, so that's really cool. So I really like how he was done. You know, really one of the best figures in that whole first edition line. Now here's his mace. You know, he can fold his wrist in, plug it in. He's ready to smack some Decepticons around with his mace. But what's also nice is with his wrists in, it looks like he's got gun ports. So, that's pretty cool. So, you know, we'll get him in here with some of, you know, his friends. You know, we got little Miss RC. We'll move him back some so you can get good size comparison. Here's Miss RC. Here's first edition Cliff Jumper. Here's the Bumblebee. Okay. Here's Mr. Ratchet. You know, his Wrecker Buddy Wheeljack. And of course, the big guy in charge of them all, Optimus Prime. So yeah, so there's all my Autobots from this collection. So that's pretty cool. They, you know, got pretty much the whole team here. So get these other guys out of here real quick. We'll just look at him and Optimus together since they're both of the Voyager class figures. You see, Optimus is taller, but Bulkhead is a lot wider and bulkier. So these two scale almost perfectly with each other. Really nicely done. I'm so glad I finally was able to get a hold of this. This was actually a gift from a good friend of mine. You know, a gift for me finally getting my butt back to work after all these years. So that was nice of him. So, do I recommend this Bulkhead over the RID version? Pretty much. I saw the RID version this weekend. Wasn't impressed with it. The robot mode, it's decent. I mean, it's a good placeholder since most people aren't going to be able to get this. But, you know, if you have the means, track one of these down. It's well worth it. Whether it's the Takara or the Hasbro version, it's well worth getting this figure in hand. He is awesome. He really is. So is this Optimus. But if you can't, the RID versions aren't bad. They're just, you know, as one person put it, if we didn't have the first editions, the RID versions would be perfectly acceptable. But because we have these versions, it makes a lot of the other figures look flawed. There are a few exceptions. You know, I still feel RC looks better as the RID version as opposed to the first edition version. But that's about it. So yeah, Bulkhead. A really, really cool figure, Mr. Bulkhead. So, I'm glad I've got him in my collection. He's probably going to stay in robot mode from now on because his truck mode's got that dented fender. But that's about it. So, all you out there, be good, or else he'll have to make Miko look away. And you don't want him to make Miko look away because you know what happens next.
This is for Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee and everything.
Phew. For once, I'm glad that wasn't me.